Hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today for math, you will need pages 401 through 404 of your Envision Math book and a pencil. So go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. All right friends, welcome back. Today we're going to work on a learning target that says I can subtract using pictures and a number sentence. So today we're going to practice taking away by drawing pictures and by writing a subtraction sentence to match while listening to a story. So when we subtract, we know we're subtracting and taking away when we see this symbol. What is this symbol called? A subtraction symbol. We can also call it the minus sign or Linus the minus. What is this symbol called right here? The equal sign. Very good. So this is what our learning target is for today. We're going to start by doing some skill review practice first. So let's take a look at our numbers out of order. All right, friends, are you ready? Let's go ahead and name those numbers. What number is this? 7. Let's keep going. 10, 5, 2, 4, 11, 3, 1, 6, 12, 8, 15, 9, 17, 0, 13, 18, 20, 19, 16, 14, and that is it. Very good job. We went a little quicker today, so nice job keeping up. Next, we're going to go over our addition fluency practice. So get ready to add. All right, friends, remember, when we add, our number gets bigger, okay? So let's add together, practicing adding fluently as fast as we can. Let's read the whole sentence again today. Ready? Here we go. 0 add 4 equals 0. 1 add 3 equals 4. 1 add 1 equals 2. 5 add 0 equals 5. 2 add 3 equals 5. 2 add 2 equals 4. 3 add 1 equals 4. 1 add 2 equals 4. Excellent job. Now we're going to switch to some counting. Today when we count, we're going to count on from this number right here. What is this number? 13. Very good. So when we count on, that means we're not going to start counting at 1. We're going to start counting at the number 13 and count in order from that number and make our numbers bigger. We're not counting backwards, we're counting forwards, making our number bigger until we get to 30, and then we're going to count backwards to 0. Okay? So let's start by reaching for the stars, starting out at 13. Ready? Here we go. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's raise the roof. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now we're going to stop and rewind. Now let's count backwards from 30 all the way to 0. Let's start with our raising the roof. Ready? Here we go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Now reach for the stars. We're using those arms. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, sprinkler, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Very good. Give yourself a roller coaster cheer. Click, click, click. Woo! And kiss your brain. Now let's take a look at our Envision math activity sheets. We're going to start with our solve and share on page 401. All right, friends, let's take a look now at page 401. On our solve and share, there's a story that tells us about Marta and her dog. So let's listen first, and then we're going to illustrate a picture and write a number sentence or a subtraction sentence to match. So it says Marta's dog Spot loves to eat doggy biscuits. Marta put 6 biscuits in a bag. One day, Spot ate 4 of those biscuits, but now there are only 2 left. How does Marta know that there are 2 biscuits left? So we're going to use both pictures and writing our number sentence to explain. So the very first thing that we do when we subtract is start with our whole number. When we start with our whole number, when we subtract, we take some of the things away and make our number smaller. So how many dog biscuits does it tell us in the story that Marta's dog Spot has all together? It says Marta's dog Spot has 6 biscuits in the biscuit bag. And then he got in there and ate 4 of them. So what do we need to do first? Draw our whole group of 6 first. So let's use little ovals to represent the dog biscuit shape. So we'll draw 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. And make sure with your pencil that you're drawing small enough to be able to write a subtraction sentence underneath it. Now let's count and mark out to make sure we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. I didn't draw too many or not enough, so I'm good to go. And then I'm going to write a 6 below to show that I started with my whole group of 6 biscuits. Now in the story, it tells us that Spot ate 4. So we know that that word ate is a signal word for us. That means that he ate 4, so 4 of them are taken away, right? So that means that we're going to subtract. So let's make our minus the minus or subtraction symbol. And then we're going to mark out 4. That means we're going to put an X on 4 of them. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 X's and write my 4 behind my minus sign. So now my sentence and picture show 6 take away 4. What sign do I need to show I'm about to give my answer? The equal sign. So I'm going to make my equal sign, and then I'm going to circle my leftovers and count how many are inside. 1, 2. So now my whole sentence and picture show 6 take away 4 is 2 left over. Can you say that with me? 6 take away 4 is 2 left over. And we also show that with our picture by circling our leftovers and Xing out the ones that were taken away. Okay? That's what we're going to practice today when we are doing our activity sheets. We're going to skip the guided practice to save us some time since today's lesson is a little bit longer. We're going to flip to page 404. This is the page that always has our challenger. Okay? So while we're looking at this page, I'm going to be reading 2 different stories to you for the first 2 problems, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did on our solve and share. So while I'm reading the story, I want you to be thinking about how we're going to draw this picture to show, and also how we're going to write a matching subtraction sentence to show that we are taking away. Okay, so here we go. It says, there are 6 birds in a bird bath. 4 of them fly away. How many birds are left? So we're in our first box right here, number 6. And again, it says there are 6 birds in a bird bath. 4 fly away. How many are left? So the very first thing that we need to do is illustrate our whole group. Let's use circles as counters to represent those birds. So how many are there all together on the bird bath at first? 6. Let's draw 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now I'm going to count 6. Make sure I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to write my 6 on the first line. Okay. Now, I know I'm taking away because some of the birds in the story flew away. So I'm going to put my subtraction symbol. And now I'm going to X out the number of birds that flew away, that are taken away. So how many is that? 4. So we're going to X out 4. We're not drawing 4 more circles because we're not adding, we're taking away. So the X's show that we are taking away this many birds, okay? And now I'm gonna write my number to match. I know that 4 of the birds flew away, 4 of my circles got X's, so now my sentence is just like the last one we practiced. 6 take away 4. Now what's my next symbol I need in my subtraction sentence? My equal sign, good. What's the next thing I need to do to show how many are left over? Circle my leftovers and count how many are inside. 1, 2. So my sentence says 6 take away 4 is 2 left over. Can you read that with me? 6 take away 4 is 2 left over. Let's represent that with our fingers. Show me 6 fingers. Okay? Now, we're not going to add 2 more because that's putting groups together. We're going to take away from our whole group of 6. Okay? So we're starting with 6. We're going to pretend eat how many of them? 4. Remember, when we pretend to eat, we don't put our mouths on our fingers. So let's pretend to eat 4, one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 take away 4 is 2 left over, and our fingers show us that too. Okay, that's good practice. All right, let's take a look at number 7. Number 7 says that there are 5 acorns under a tree. A squirrel takes off with 3 of them. How many acorns are left? Okay, so the squirrel has 5 acorns, then takes off with 3 of them, and now we need to figure out how many are left. What's the first step to this problem? We need to draw 5, the number he starts with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to count 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to count and mark out so you don't have too many or not enough. Then we're going to start with our whole group on the first line. Make sure you're writing that whole group on line number 1 because it's showing we're starting with our whole group of 5, and now we're going to take some of the things away. So let's make our subtraction symbol. And how many does the story tell us that the acorn walks away with? 3. So let's X out 3. 1, 2, 3, and write our 3. Now let's make our equal sign and circle our leftovers. So how many are inside of our circle? 1, 2. So our sentence says 5 take away 3 is 2 left over. Can you read that with me? 5 take away 3 is 2 left over. Or we could say 5 subtract 3 equals 2. Okay, so we just got to 2 in 2 different ways. How about that? All right, on our challenger, it says that we're going to listen to the story, draw a circle around the picture that shows the story, and tell why the other picture does not show the story. So we have 2 rows of ducks here. Here's the first row, zoop, and here's the second row, zoop. Okay, so we have to circle the row of ducks that matches the story, and then we're going to write a sentence to match the picture and the story. Okay, so here's our story. It says there are 4 ducks in a pond and 1 leaves. How many ducks are left? So look at your 2 rows of ducks. We need to figure out which picture matches our story. So it says there are 4 ducks in a pond and 1 leaves. So is it our top row or our bottom row? How do we figure that out? Well, we need to count how many there are all together in each row. So let's count how many there are on the first row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 there. Let's count how many are in the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, there's 5 there, so that one can't work. Oh, I also see that in the top row, one of the ducks has an X on it. That sounds like it matches the story too. So let's circle that top row of ducks. Now we just counted 4 ducks in that row all together, just like the story tells us. So let's go ahead and write our 4 on the first line. Now it tells us how many ducks leave the pond. Well, the story tells us 1, but if you don't remember that, you can also see that this duck has an X on it, just 1 duck. So we're going to write a 1 on the next line, and then our equal sign, And then even though we've circled our whole group to show, oh, this is the group of ducks that matches our story, we still need to circle our leftovers inside of it so that we're showing our work for subtraction. So we circle our leftovers and count how many are inside. 1, 2, 3 left over. So our answer is 3. Okay, so our subtraction sentence says 4 take away 1 is 3 left over, or 4 subtract 1 equals 3. Very good job. So we're going to flip back to page 403, and this is the page that you're going to complete and post to your teacher's Google Classroom. There's a story with each, so stay with me because I'm going to read the story, then I want you to pause the video and complete the picture and matching sentence. So when you do the picture, make sure to use circles for each one. Pause the video when you're finished so that you can draw the picture, show your steps, and write your matching subtraction sentence. Okay? So here we go. Let's look at number 2. It says, Emily sees 8 rabbits in a pet store. Someone buys 3 of them. How many rabbits are left? So right here, you need to be drawing 8 circles. Write your number 8. You need to X out 3 of them. Write your number 3. Circle your leftovers and write how many are left. Also, don't forget your symbols, your subtraction sign, and your equal sign. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video and complete number 2. If you forget what the numbers are or the story is, definitely rewind. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 3. Great job. Keep it up. Number 3 says, Emily sees 7 birds in a cage. The pet store owner opens the cage door and 3 of them fly out. How many birds are left inside the cage? So it says, Emily sees how many birds in a cage? 7. So you need to draw your 7 circles here. How many of them fly out? 3. So you're going to X out 3 of them, and then you're going to write your matching subtraction sentence. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video and complete that story with the picture and sentence on your own. All right, great job. Let's take a look at number 4. It says, Emily sees 8 puppies in a store. 6 of them are sold. How many puppies are left in the store? So on number 4, you're going to draw your 8 circles. X out how many of them? 6, because 6 of them are sold. Circle your leftovers and make sure to write your matching sentence. Go ahead and pause the video and show your step, show your works, your work for that problem. All right, great job. And let's take a look at number 5 right here. Number 5 says, Emily sees 5 hamsters sleeping and 1 of them leaves to eat. How many hamsters are left? So how many circles are you going to illustrate here? 5. How many will you X out? 1. So go ahead and do that. Write your matching sentence. When you're finished completing this whole page, post it to your teacher's Google Classroom and keep up the great work. And I will see you again tomorrow for your next math lesson. Great job subtracting.